All right, welcome back, friends and fam. This is Make Waves. I'm your host, Lieutenant Marcus Boyd. I'm excited about my guest today. I got my man, Remy305. Y'all probably seen him on social media. But man, real quick, talk to me. Where are you from and how'd you end up in the Coast Guard?
Okay, so I'm Remy. I'm originally from North Miami Beach, Florida. I actually ended up moving to Tampa, and that's where I actually got recruited out of. I was sitting in a culinary class one day, and it was an elective. I'm in there watching the 85 South show, and then a Coast Guard member came in, and he's telling me like all the benefits. He was like, "Hey, like you can go to college for free. You're gonna have to put that on your mom or your dad. They got a whole bunch of benefits, free healthcare and stuff like that." So I'm sitting there, I'm like, shoot, like my little sister, she coming up next to me and she could have all the money that was gonna go to my college fund and she can go to
Yeah,
college and do whatever she want to do. She can go to LSU if she wants to, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. And then I'll be able to get out my parents' house, live on my own and be able to build something for myself.
yeah.
And that's something I always wanted to do. And then I love being a part of something bigger than myself. And that's not just only playing for football and other sports. And when I seen that the Coast Guard is a very tight knit group, I was like, this is perfect for me.
Absolutely. And so you mentioned something before that stuck out when we were just chopping it up. So
Mhm.
you're 16. You weren't initially thinking about joining, is that correct?
Not at all, like, not even on my radar at the point.
And
I'm
so
over
what
here
what was it that changed that?
it was really just, Mr. Rupp coming to my class and just giving me all the information he did, like, it wasn't the fact that he was just throwing information at me, it's how he said it, how he's carrying it out, and I think that's very important as far as being a recruiter because you could list off 30 facts, but you gotta be able to tell it to somebody and show it to somebody in a way they understand, and I think he really killed that when he came in.
Yeah, 100%. We tell recruiters all the time, you kind of got to be able to read the room, right? That might be
Yes,
depending on
sir.
the fact he's in a culinary class or what area. You got to make sure because you're right. Some people just they got to pitch. I'm gonna get through my pitch, but if it doesn't make sense for that audience, then it's not gonna land, right?
Exactly, because now you're trying to relate to a 16-year-old boy who's been playing football all his life, and, you gotta get that information to him.
100%. So man, so talk to me. One reason I love following your career, man, is because I mean you're still early on, but it seems like you've had some really cool opportunities already. Talk to me about some of these early opportunities in your career that you've already had.
Oh, definitely. So I started this whole 305 Remy stuff when I went from Virginia in A school. This is my first week of A school. I'm like, oh, I'm bored. I don't really got nothing to do, and I'm just in the A school barracks in Lafayette Hall, and I'm just here on my phone on a water bottle. I'm like, all right, we're gonna get this cracking, man. So it went from there to being able to be on a Coast Guard Affinity podcast with Epic and sitting down there going to Virginia. Um, and I was coming out of pocket for most of this stuff. Like this wasn't Coast Guard paying me. Like I was taking my time and going down there and really chasing these opportunities. And then that led to bigger stuff like going to Coast Guard headquarters and doing tours like that. And then when I really started seeing stuff, it was like now I'm racking up LOCs and I'm not even asking for them. Like I was at first I was not even asking people to put me on my SAR program because I didn't want to take advantage of people. That was my thing. I never wanted to
Yeah.
look like I was taking advantage of people and just be like, hey, run my name down, give me money. I would never want to do that. So that's why I only have four right now because I probably have way more people that's actually had help from me. And I was just like, hey, look, I'm gonna give you information. We can get it chopping. You don't gotta even put me on no paper or nothing like that.
Yeah, so you're just out here doing it for the love of the game, and
Of course.
I want to give you more credit than you taking right now because to be so young, you're a professional. So Remy will answer questions on questions on questions, and when somebody's finally ready, he'll reach out to me. He'll say, "Hey, LT, I got this person in the Atlanta area. Do you got a good recruiter you trust?" I'll link them up, and by the time I wake up the next day, you shot off some professional email introducing the applicant to the recruiter, CCing me, man. So I appreciate what you do. So that
Yes,
leads
sir.
me to this, man. Why do you think using social media is important in this recruiting atmosphere?
Right now, it's really important because that's where everybody is. Everybody's on their phone at
Yeah.
least 7, 8 hours a day, and most of them hours they spend on Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, all of them. So if you're able to be on somebody's screen for 30, 40 seconds and catch their attention with the Coast Guard at that's
Yeah.
amazing. So now they're opening up to saying like, oh shoot, like I'm on social media, but there's people coming across me that's telling me all about this great opportunity in the Coast Guard.
Yeah.
And once you got them hooked, it's from there. Like All you got to do is sit there, talk to them, relate to them, and just show them why the Coast Guard is the best branch to join.
Yeah, no, you nailed it, man, because that's an issue that every recruiting office has, right? You know, some is
Mm,
more severe than others, but not a lot of people know about us. Even if you're in a place like Tampa, we have big
exactly.
visibility, but as you go out, there's just so many other opportunities. And so you can't expect everybody to come to you. So for the folks who have the ability to create that content that just captures somebody's attention real quick, because to me, once you tell somebody, once you get through everything the Coast Guard has to offer, most people that are interested in military service are gonna be like, "Wow, I didn't know that," but you just gotta get their attention first, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, man, so you are killing it. So, we were talking about, what's your experience like? Are there anybody that come to mind of an applicant that reached out that you helped walk all the way through past boot camp and all that?
So, yeah, it's actually funny you say that because somebody interviewed Samantha Tolentino. She's not, I think
Mhm,
she's a third class now, which is
mhm.
crazy. I talked to her way back in when I was still in A school, actually. And that was one of my first ever cases of helping somebody join and figure out information on the Coast Guard. So she had reached out to me through TikTok and she was like, hey, like, what information do you have? Like, what do y'all go over in boot camp? Like, and there's certain things I can't tell her because
Yeah,
that's what they say in boot camp. Just can't tell them everything. So I'm
yeah,
giving them as information as possible. Like, hey, like this is what you study for ASVAB, stuff like that. And fast forward, I'm on the phone with her 25 minutes before she goes to step off the bus, you know, and I'm just giving her a little words of encouragement, stuff like that. End up even sending her a letter just like, hey, like I hope you're doing great. I know boot camp's hard. They just get through and you got this. And to see that go from that to having somebody as a third class underway right now, that's insane. And
yeah.
that's one of the main things that would like really open my eyes. I was like, this is amazing. I just got to help somebody advance in their career and change their life, you know?
Oh man, and that's really the most rewarding part of being a recruiter, and it's hard to duplicate that feeling. Like every rating does their own impactful work, but I do know someone who went from a yeoman to recruiting, like having that, just
Yeah,
knowing that you're a part of somebody's journey, or like you said, you might be the reason that they even know the Coast Guard is an option. It's kind of hard to top that,
exactly.
man.
I'm telling you, it's hard.
And shout out to Samantha, because you're right. She did let me. I met her when she was in the depth program with RO Nova, and she helped me do some content to explain kind of what it was like with the caretaking program. And I just talked to her the other day, so she's out there killing it. So shout out to her.
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's fast forward though. So you're doing a lot of stuff a recruiter like, right? What
Mhm.
made you decide that now is actually the time that you want to apply to be a recruiter?
So, it was based off of, like, little experiences like that that really, like, opened my eyes to it, but then I had, like, you know, obviously, my support system and my family and, stuff like that, so, like, "Hey, you should do this, it's a great opportunity, we love to see you out there," but then I had to just remember kinda who I am and that, hey, you might not be the most experienced person, you might not have the most time of the way, you might not have the most time in service, but, hey, you still doing things out here that some recruiters haven't done, some people that are applying haven't done, and
Yeah,
that's not to be taken lightly. Um, and I had to just remind myself of that, like, hey, just because you might not have everything they might not have everything you have.
yep.
So that's one of the main things I was just had to kind of get back to myself and have that belief in myself, like, hey, you can do this, and it's time to apply and show people what you're made of. Yeah, that last thing is like those 1 a.m., 2 a.m. messages where I get from people from like YouTube and TikTok, and they're like, hey, like Remy, like thank you. You're the reason I joined the Coast Guard. Or when I go to Yorktown, I got 5, 6 people coming up to me, taking pictures of me, like, hey, like, thank you. Like, you like, you're the reason I'm here right now. You're the reason I'm going MK. And it's like, I want more of those experiences in my future. And to see that
Yeah.
just in real time is crazy.
Yeah, yeah. Not to mention, I was on you too. I've been asking you like, "Hey man, is this something you're gonna do?" I remember when you came to DC like a year ago, we got up and had
Yeah.
lunch, and I think I joked like I felt like a sports general manager trying to sell somebody on coming to my team.
Hey, we gonna make it happen. You know, I have faith in God it'll happen.
All right, so but let me ask you this. So you've been doing one part of the job, right? Getting
Mhm,
people in through social media. But I mean, when you become a recruiter, it's different. Now we talking about
definitely.
all these phone calls, all the administrative work that goes in. You at MK, you gonna hate that at first. So so what do you think your challenges are? What are some challenges you think you might have becoming a recruiter?
I'm definitely gonna. I think some of the more challenges is like, hey, sitting down, getting this paperwork done, like figuring out how
Yeah,
everything works because it's a totally different system. I'm used to putting the NPCs and stuff like that. It's gonna be a totally different system. I'm gonna have
yeah,
to adapt to that. So, but on the other hand, it's like I have done other things, not other well, other than social media, like doing pie events, like partner in education, doing recruiting events outside. So it's as much as it is social media, I'm also doing the in-person part as well.
yeah.
Now that's where that paperwork part and admin part's gonna have to definitely step up on my part. But I've been working on I bought a book to work on handwriting, then doing nitro type online, trying to get my fingers ready, you know. So we working.
That's funny. And it is, man. I think once people get settled in, a lot of them they get their rhythm. But that's why we have the webinar, right? That you're gonna be on next week,
Hmm.
because we want folks
Yes,
to
sir.
know the good, the bad, the ugly, because this is an awesome job. But I do feel like people get surprised by, working their
Mhm.
regular hours. All events don't happen in business hours. Some applicants are gonna ask you the same question a million times. You're gonna get annoyed. You're
Yep.
gonna have that parent, that auntie that is trying to change their mind, and for some people that's a lot to deal with, but I think you got what it takes, and you already got the mindset of like why you want to do this. If you do it for the right reasons, I think all of that is just part of the challenge.
Yes, sir.
Because, and I'll tell you right now, those applicants are the ones that you'll probably have the relationship. To me, the ones that were more difficult in their process, or it took more to convince them, so much conversation and trust build. Those are the people, I'm 10 years removed from recruiting. I'm still chatting with some of them. So, and like you said, that goes
Yes,
part
sir.
of that the reward that you're looking for, right?
Of course. And it's actually funny you say that because I'm getting ready to go TDY here at a recruiting station, Potomac Mills here soon, and I'll
Yeah.
be around there with a notepad, just following Mr. Bradley around. So they gonna see me.
Yeah, I did see y'all are doing that. Definitely reach out when you get out here.
Yes, sir.
What are some what's some advice you would give someone right now that's considering being a recruiter, but they're kind of on
Mm.
the fence?
So my thing is, if you're on the fence, it's either one or two things. You're thinking, "Hey, this is a great opportunity. It looks like it's fun online. I think I could do this. You know, it gives some time off for being in the way and stuff like that." And then there's, "Hey, I want to do this because I want to help people. I want to change the community. I want to change Coast Guard." If
Yeah,
you're on that first option, I don't know if this for you because I'm to me, I'm here to make a difference. I want to make an impact on the Coast Guard, and that's why I'm doing it. If you're just here to get away from the boat and have a cool 4 years on land, look, I don't even think you should apply. I'm gonna be real with you. But people gonna do what they do. And my advice is if you're gonna do it wholeheartedly. Don't go in there and half with it. But yeah, that's my advice. It's a little blunt, but that's just how I roll sometimes. So it is what it is.
yeah, and you're right, man. And we know that people join recruiting for different reasons. It may be the special duty pay, and maybe because they know we got these awesome locations. We sending people to Japan and
Mhm.
Europe now.
I
And
seen that. That was
sometimes
awesome.
And you can join for the wrong reasons and still make it work, but those are a lot of times the people that are like, "Oh, and I gotta go to this event on a Saturday." So, again,
Mhm.
that's why we're gonna have this webinar. We want people to learn the job in its totality. We have some awesome recruiters that are only been in it for a little bit. They're gonna explain what the job looks like, and I just want people to hop in this webinar, ask any question they have, so they can make the best informed decision about whether this is the right job for them.
Yes, sir.
All right, so real quick, man, we've talked a lot about your recruiting journey. I just want to know from the MK standpoint, you're at an Ant. What's been something that you just enjoyed about being in the Coast Guard so far?
I mean, right now it's been my unit and how supportive they are of everything I've been wanting to do. Because when I first got here,
Yeah,
like I was like, okay, the social media stuff gonna have to stop. Like it's gonna have to lock in. And then once I got here, I was like still killing my job, doing everything I needed to do. And they're like, hold on, like you can still do this and be in the Coast Guard. So like I remember my first well, I see he gave me a GoPro to start using on the Tanby and just recording certain footage. And I can't post all of it because OPSEC and stuff like that. But it was just
right.
amazing to see that support from the unit and them actually wanting me to further my career and do opportunities like go out to recruiting events and pie events like that. They definitely supported me, and that's one of the best things I've had in the Coast Guard right now. It's a support system of everybody I've ever interacted with.
Yeah, I think 100% correct, man. And I think that's one thing that I like to lean on, when I'm talking to that parent that's a little concerned about their baby joining. is I
Hmm.
can't say that's everybody's experience, but I do think it's more
Yeah.
common than not that you get
Yep.
to a unit. If you're handling your business, we have some great leadership that's going to help you explore all those other endeavors. I mean, I had a chief that made me feel bad that I hadn't enrolled in college yet. He's like, "That's why you
Wow.
joined. Why you not in college yet?" And so he pushed me to get it started earlier than I would. So that's
That's
something that I've
amazing.
tried to do for people that work with me or for me. And it's one of the
Mhm.
reasons, I'm 20 years in.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but every time I have a guest, I wanna do a section called quick wave. So lightning
Okay.
type questions, and you just gotta answer them real quick. All right,
All
you
right, let's
ready?
do it. Yes,
All right,
sir.
what's your favorite social media platform right now?
I say TikTok.
All right. So what's the best rate in the Coast Guard?
MK.
All right. So hot dog, is it a sandwich? Yes or no?
No,
No.
it's
All
its own
right.
delivery.
It's its own country. All right, my man. Well, yo, Remy, man, again, thank you for your time, bro. Can't wait to see your application come through. Any
Yes,
final
sir.
words? Any final words for my friends who might watch this?
Um, keep being y'all, keep balling. Join the Coast Guard. Yes,
I
sir.
love it. I love it. Hey, y'all make sure y'all watch this. Follow for more Coast Guard tips. Peace. Watch it.
Sir.
I know Lamar's gonna watch it. Should be dope. Yeah.
Yes, sir. That was
He
amazing.
might he might be mad we didn't mention him now I think about it. He'll be all right.
It's all right. You can throw something in at the end. Just put a picture of him at the end of the video.
I might just send him this. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And so how long were you working with Lamar?
So from 2024 to 23, so about a year. So yeah.
Y- And so what did you enjoy about working with him?
It was nice to see that there was other people like me in the Coast Guard, and that was
Mm.
my first time ever going to a recruiting office. So I'm stepping in. I'm like, all right, like what's going on here? Like, hey, how you doing, my man? Like, nice to meet you. I'm just want to Lamar. Like, how you doing? And it's just like he welcomed me in so fast and just telling me about all the mentorship programs I had in the Coast Guard. And he's actually the person that got me in contact with the people on the podcast that I end up doing. So it was good to see that I had somebody watching over me in a way.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, that's good. I might have to see if I can clip that in earlier.
And it was not only him, just like that whole recruiting office was awesome. Like, yeah, we had OS1 and then Chief Ahmad Hankins, and
Yeah.
everybody there was just awesome. Like, and I had one of them, they came to my job. And I lived in Tampa, like Ruskin area at the time. That recruiting office in
Ooh,
St. Pete, they came to
that's
my
hype.
job in Chick-fil-A. They're like, hey yo, that's Chick-fil-A. When I come to the when I was at the deposition, they're like, hey, that's Chick-fil-A right there, man. He out there giving me the chicken
That's
sandwiches. I'm like, yo, what's going on?
That's funny, man. Okay, it
Yeah.
was it was my dog. So Marcel, yeah, 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 that's my guy. So we
Okay.
actually went to recruiter school together. I presided over his retirement. He retired last year, but yeah,
Oh wow! Congratulations to him.
yeah, yeah. We were obviously, I'm at the age all my peers are retired. I'm the last one in. I'm like LeBron, dog. I'm just hanging around.
Hey, yes, sir. Hey, somebody got to do it.
Somebody got to do it.